Alright, you guys, so we're at the farm for a family day. And we got our other family with us. So stay tuned, check it out, and see what this farm got to offer.
They're just kind of out of control, so I'm just going to say it, okay? So if they jump over the fence, you see them on top of here, don't panic. The only thing I would really worry about is if they try to get in the car with you to go home, okay? That's no joke, okay?
She leave you ain't.
She left me.
See that? Spot over there, she's
I
gone.
knew how to take pictures. She can't do the loose birds. She left.
She'll do birds.
She was like, I can't do birds. I think I'm gonna go to the car. I said, no, you gonna go? She's like, no. I said, no, they don't feed it. I'm going to the car.
Shoulda
I walked off.
Should have locked the car.
She said they about to open the gate.
Open the gate, you get your little extra. There you go, you open that one.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, guys.
That's nice.
Hey, what's my wife?
Stand up, oh my gosh.
Now listen, Gladys, come on here. Come on.
Oh, boy, that hurts. That hurts. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that's my fingers. Okay.
Because they pet.
Woo.
Now listen, guys. Look.
I'll do the rest.
Well, it's always
Y'all done?
So y'all done?
Y'all done. He done threw his food. Curtis, you want some more? Oh, no.
You want some more? Your mother got more, Curtis.
He gave it.
Come on, guys. In.
If you like feeding
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. Little baby turkey. Little baby ones.
Oh, look at the little baby one.
Al has walked up. Al is a African black ostrich. He is about 40 years old. He'll live to be about 80 to 85. He is native to South Africa, and he is the smallest of the 3 different breeds of ostrich. You have the African blues, the reds, and the blacks, and he's the smallest of them. He's about 8.5 foot tall. He will weigh somewhere around 300, 350 pounds. So he's a right big rascal. If you notice on his feet there, he only has 2 toes. He has one little pinky toe and one real long toe. That little pinky toe helps him to keep his balance so he doesn't wobble and fall over. That big toe he'll use to protect himself, so if something was to get after him like in the wild, he can use that to cut because of that sharp toenail on the end. He'll also use that big toe to make a nest with. Now fortunately, the ostrich can't fly. If you can imagine a bird that big trying to fly, that would be quite a sight. And so fortunately he can't do that, but he can run real fast. He can run about 40 to 45 miles an hour where he's got a wide open space that he can stretch out. But he'll use that big toe not only to protect himself, but that's what he uses to build a nest. He'll go in the barn here where it's real sandy, and he will use that toe and kick out a great big hole in the ground, about 3 or 4 feet around, about 2 feet deep. Once he's done that, the females, they would come in and they would lay the eggs. This is one of the eggs that the female would lay, and this is an actual egg that we just drilled a hole in and drained, and you can hear what a thick, hard shell that it has. The female would lay her group of eggs called a clutch, and it might be a dozen, it might be 2 or 3 dozen. It just depends upon the hen, it depends upon the season. Some years they would lay a lot, some years they wouldn't. Just a lot of factors involved with that. But once the female has laid her eggs and she stops laying, the male bird is the one that will sit on those. That's totally opposite from the chicken. We know the hen, once she lays her eggs, she'll sit there for about 21 days. Well, when the ostrich and the female, when she has finished laying her eggs, it's the male bird that has disappeared that will go and he will sit on those eggs. But he'll sit there for about 42 days for those eggs to hatch. And so he knows when to stand, when to roll them, because you can watch them roll them over the beak and that sort of thing. It's pretty amazing to watch them. We've always been told that they would not hatch here because of the humidity in the summer. They will. We had a hen, the last hen we had, she laid a group of eggs, and we said, well, let's, and one day we came in and he was just sitting on them. We said, let's just see what happens. And so out of the 12, he hatched probably about 10 or 11 of them. And so you notice that the emu here are much smaller than the ostrich. They're only about 4 feet tall. They weigh about 130, maybe 150 pounds or whatever. They've got the 3 toes on their feet. The emu are a lot more gentle usually than the ostrich. They'll come up to you. In fact, you go in the pen and you turn around, you'll bump into them because they sneak right up on you, trying to be with you, want to feed and eat and that sort of thing. They lay in the winter months, and so they like to go and hide, and they'll go to the other end of the pen and hide and be away from everyone. Same thing with them like the ostrich. The male will go out there and he'll make a nest on top of the ground. He doesn't scratch out a hole or anything, but he'll rake together grass or whatever he finds to make a nest right on top of the ground. The female will lay the eggs, and the male will sit there on them. However, it takes 56 days on the average for the emu egg to hatch. The big problem is the fact that they lay in the winter. And so they'll sit out there on the nest, or he will, through the rain, sleet, snow, no matter how bad the weather is, he'll sit right there trying to keep the eggs warm to get them to hatch. That's a huge challenge, sometimes for us in the winter. They never hatched any because I don't think he's really kept them as warm. Behind us here you see our beef cattle that we have. All our cows here on the farm are black Angus, and they are beef cattle. We don't have any dairy cows. We've had a couple in the past, but we don't have any here now. Everything we have is just like this girl right here, a black Angus beef cow. About half of them have calves on the ground, like the one you see there. The small one, he was born back in March, April, and we've got the other half any day now. Most of them will go ahead and have the calf, like 47 here. The pasture they're on right now, we're getting ready to do the process of reseeding it for the winter. You'll notice the fields back this way, and the other two on the other side, the green haze is across there. We started last week overseeding for the winter, planting cover crop, ryegrass, because pasture is on its way out for this year. It's dying out, and so we'll come back and we'll just drill with the tractor drill that you see there, go right over top of the ground, called overseeding. That way we don't have to cut it or anything else. We can no-till it. That will save time, that will save money, that will save soil. And so we'll run it and do it that way. About a week and a half, it'll start coming up and look like the other fields that you see there behind us. The field to my right, the green haze in it, most of that was corn that came back up after they picked the corn. There's always some that blows out the back of the machine. It came up and sprouted.
What was it?
It was a boy dressed up in
You did?
I saw him take off his mask last second.
One never knows when you go into the woods what's going to happen. Well, look, first I want to welcome you to Cow Corner. In this corner we have a very special cow. This is Moo Moo Millie, and this is the one we practice milking. You saw the cows in the back. Those were Angus beef cattle, but that's different from your dairy cows. And most of us think about the dairy cow, well, the Chick-fil-A cow is actually a dairy cow. It's a Holstein. But Moo Moo Millie is a very special cow. One of the few purple cows you'll see. So what we would like to do is to see if we can make some butter. And I need 2 volunteers really. I'm sorry, adult volunteers. Boys and girls, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here one at a time, and who would like to milk Moo Moo Millie. And then if you'll come and step with Miss Brittany, and shake to see if we can make some butter, okay? And then if you will step over to Mr. Ryan and get a squirt of hand sanitizer, and then we'll be ready to go to the next thing once we check to see if we have butter. Okay? Okay, yeah. Good. All right. Okay, who would like to milk Moo Moo Millie? We'll start right here. Would you? Any of you like to milk her? All right, come on, sweetie.
You put your hand up.
And then we'll step right over to you. Okay, so that was right over here. Whoa!
It's for the family to participate.
Whoa, boy, yeah! Okay, 1 or 2 things
out
happen.
for them burn.
Somebody's tampered with my stove. Okay. Woo! You know what? You may have to help me get up here.
Courtesy.
There you go. I like your movement. It's got that.
All right, go sweet, go shake.
I like the way. There you go. Look, you're gonna have butter made in 2
Go
minutes.
shake and sanitizer.
Shake, shake.
Whoa, what's going on? All right.
Good job. Can I get a big, big smile?
Good job. Next, anybody else?
You get us some butter yet?
Shake, shake.
You can just do it.
You get us some butter yet?
I was the first one to actually shake you. Everybody else is like this.
What you do is you use heavy whipping cream, and the more you shake, the harder it gets. You add a little bit of salt to it, and it makes, but this butter tastes totally different than what you buy. And this is a really good activity for family gatherings like at Thanksgiving. You know, if you're doing especially if you're the hostess, give the children a jar and let them shake, shake, shake. And all I do is put about that much in here. But make sure you get the heavy whipping cream.
I think we found his job because he, man, whipped it up and
There you go. Because she likes to get under the udders. All right, let's go this way.
What color is it? Yeah.
look at your feet, boy.
More track. You can have
Come here, too.
Oh, thank you.
Go line up with Curtis. Right here, y'all.
Oh, boy, here they come.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, right, use them up. Stand right here. Watch your baby.
Okay, I would like for you to meet the sheep. Now, in this pen we have mostly ewes, and the ewe is the girl sheep. The ram, you saw all those rams in the back, those are the boy sheep. And then we've had some babies in here, and I think we're expecting. This one right here, I've been watching her really close, Queen, and then there's another one in particular. This is Isabel. And Isabel is the ringleader, and if you want the whole flock to follow you and to do things, then you get Isabel. Okay? Isabel and I have had a kind of a sketchy relationship in the fact that I have tried to move the sheep a time or two, and she will get to the gate or we get to a certain place, and I kid you not, she will get there and look at you and go, and she will turn, and everybody follows her in the opposite direction. And so, therefore, she and I are still working on our relationship, but it's getting better, isn't it, girl? Yes. Now, if you would like to feed them, they're like the goats. They will pick up their food with their tongue and their lips, and they'll go, and it's all gone, okay? And so, but what we ask you to do is just to stick your hand through here, and they will come and eat. This one right here is Jill, and they will come and eat right out of your hand. Now, if you would like to feed them, if you make a cut with your hands, we will.
You want to feed them? You want to do it with Daddy? Come here, Riley. Come on, Riley. Come here, Riley. You come do it, Daddy. Come on. Ready?
Hold on, wait. Ready?
All right, anybody else, real quick? All right, now after you feed, if you'll please send Miss Brooke, right, and get sanitized, okay? Maybe y'all just sit right in here and let polka dot, and then this one, the white leg, is cinnamon, and this one over here is Chase, named for the Paw Patrol. Okay? So that is that one. These are all sisters, and this was the oldest pig. They lived to be about 20 years old. Some people, they say they make great house pets. I know some folks who have a pig in their house, and they say it works great. That you can teach them to walk on a leash, to open the refrigerator door, to ring a bell, watch TV with you. You can litter box train them, and there was a whole list of things, and I'm like, oh wow, you know, I can't even train my family to do all that. So anyway, but if you notice their tails are swishing back and forth, that means that they're very happy. If they were not happy, their tails would stick up straight like an umbrella, and they would probably run at you. The pigs are kind of unique in the fact that they have upper and lower case teeth, and they also have tremendously strong jaws, and they're very smart. This one, Polka Dot, no, excuse me, Cinnamon, is the one that we don't keep the fence on in here. She will actually go under the woven wire fence and get over there with the sheep. She is smarter than I am, I think, because I had worked on the fence thinking we had plenty of electricity, everything was working fine the other day. And so I go to turn it back on, and but doggone it, she didn't go under the fence and was back on the other side before I could turn it on and get back. So she knows just as good when something is working or not working. Yes, you do. You tend to be a system. Okay. Well, this ends our tour. If you all would like to go back up there and see the ladies at the hospitality table, you're welcome.
Sure. Let's get this one. It's a bit in the sun. I'll move this one around here a little bit. You want lemonade, darling? Yes, please. Thank you. You're welcome. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Okay, then. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
Can I have a refill?
Sure. What's wrong?
Come on, Si's gonna
I'll hold it with Sarai.
Over here, Ryan. Toots.
You got a pumpkin.
Tootie.
Mommy called you.
Grayson. Can you
Go
hold
ahead.
your pumpkin with Soraya?
Back up.
Come right here. No, you stand up. Look at mommy. Can you count to 3? 1, 2, 3. Faster. Look at me. 1, 2, 3. Faster. Say cheese. Okay.
How you turn this thing off?